Hey, ladies. So, if you want to know an idea, if you're not getting an inheritance, you want to know how to progress forward and potentially come into some money, then this is the right episode for you. I want to keep this to less than 10 minutes because I want as many of my Black women making money as possible to look at this. Uh, this was inspired by my conversation with Victoria of the Credit Solutionists. And we were talking about the feminization of wealth and how so many women are going to be coming into money because of inheritances. And she was saying that she, along with so many other Black women, are not going to be getting an inheritance. And that kind of stuck with me over the past few days. And I really wanted to address this. I started talking about it, but it was a 3 hour live stream, and some of you may not catch it all. So I kind of wanted to put into this. I'm try to keep this about 7 minutes or so. Um, First thing is that who says you can't get an inheritance even if your mom and dad aren't leaving you anything? Who says you can't get an inheritance just because your mom and dad are not leaving you anything? Tony Robbins says that the quality of our lives and the quality of the answers that we're getting in life are based on the quality of questions that we are asking ourselves. So, my question to you, and I'm going to give you two suggestions. And again, this is not financial advice, it's just an idea for you to go and talk with an estate planner. And I'm going to give you one resource of an estate planner that I really like, that I think will benefit you. She's a fellow Black woman, and she's super awesome with giving you more guidance and connecting you with the right estate planner in your state. Okay, so let's start off with the two ideas that I have. The first one is, if you've ever gotten to a point where a relative passes on and nobody has any money to bury the relative, and you have to dig in your pocket and other people have to dig in their pockets, and only if the person had life insurance, right? And so many people do not have life insurance. Did you know, though, that you can own a life insurance policy on your mom, your dad, grandma, grandpa, sisters, brothers, your children, um, your child's father, etc. Right? So at least you don't have to come out of pocket in order to bury that person. Now, I will raise you one. And again, talk to your financial advisor about this. And the estate planning resource that I'm going to give you will also be able to help you as well navigate this. But let's say Nana is 65 and you purchase a life insurance policy on Nana for $50,000. And you know that you're going to cremate Nana. So Nana may be cremated for 5 grand by the time you cremate her and, pay the attorney to handle her affairs. Wouldn't it be great to walk away from Nana's death and all of that with an additional $45,000 if we take a $50,000 life insurance policy and, subtract out 5 grand for cremating Nana and, handling her affairs? So Nana didn't leave you anything, but Nana left you something because you took control of this, of your inheritance. You take control of your inheritance. And I hope I'm making sense here. So you need to own the life insurance policy, because here's the thing. There is something called the poor man's life insurance policy, or the janitor's life insurance policy. There are companies out here who have life insurance policies on your relatives, and you don't have life insurance policies on your relatives. And you may say, well, Cherie, why doesn't my Nana get her own policy? Well, here's the reason why you want to own the policy, because number one, you can be sure that it is paid yourself. And some of you are able to get a policy on Nana for $50 to $100 a month. Okay. Number one, you make sure it's paid. Number two, you are the beneficiary and nobody can change you from being the beneficiary. So I'm a little bit of a control freak. I would want that kind of control. So it's just something to think about. It's something to really put into action. For I believe less than $100,000, they probably don't need a medical test. They don't need a blood test or anything like that. 50 to $100,000. That way you're not out of money when that individual passes. And in fact, you have controlled getting an inheritance. So that's idea number one. Again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Talk to your financial advisor, your attorney, your accountant with regards to this. But there are other people who have followed this path with regards to having life insurance policies on their family members. Okay. Idea number two is you can get a house out of Nana. It's more so your parents, mom and dad, more so your parents for this. There's something called the Family Opportunity Mortgage. It's nationwide. It's a conventional mortgage where you can purchase a house for mom, let's say, and have a client who's done this. You could purchase a house for mom, you put 5% down, mom is able to live in that house. Mom can pay you rent from her Social Security. Okay. And then you need to talk to an estate planning attorney. So, first of all, you would be co borrower on the mortgage, and you would also be on the house as well, right? So, if you got brothers, sisters, other people who are trying to get involved with this, there's some stop gaps that you're able to put in with regards to this. So you definitely want to hire an estate planning attorney to make sure that nobody else can get their hands on that property when mom passes away. But now, when mom passes away, she has left you a house. Yes, you have to qualify for it yourself. Yes, you may have to kick in a couple $100s a month if her Social Security doesn't pay enough to pay that, the entire mortgage. But now you've got a rental property, a mom who didn't leave you an inheritance, but she did, right? And going back to number one, you've got a little bit of life insurance money as well. So again, I didn't want this to be more than 10 minutes. I'm reaching 7 minutes, 50 seconds here. So I really want this to be something super quick with regards to how you can get an inheritance, even if mom and dad are not leaving an inheritance for you. So now I want to give you all a resource. This is a woman named Desiree Fisher. And let me make this bigger so you can see her information. I hadn't spoken with her in a while, but I caught up with her today. Desiree Fisher is a phenomenal woman. She actually works with people nationwide, especially Black people, especially Black women. She works with estate planning attorneys that understand the cultural sensitivities that we have. What she does is she will help you talk with mom, talk with dad, nana, cousins, whomever it is, get through some of the mental blocks that we have. And then she will recommend a culturally sensitive estate planning attorney to actually help you with your documents. So her company's name is Cole's Legacy. You can either find her through LinkedIn or Google her. She said, I asked her if I could um, let people contact her from my network, and she said, absolutely. I was able to chat with her earlier today. So that is a resource for you. Again, who says just because mom and dad are not leaving you an inheritance that mom and dad can't leave you an inheritance? This is how. So with that, I am going to see you ladies on the next live stream. Take care. Thanks everybody for being here, and I'll see you on the next live stream.